used to dream of this place when I was a young cutpurse. I thought, if I can make enough of myself, one day I can go there, hold my head high, order a drink like a normal person. Yes, he's the reason I needed a strong drink. According to Magnifica Falora, the Iron Wheel's prison ship encountered a storm and nearly capsized. The waves swept a dozen people over the side, Nicholas among them. Body lost to the storm. Neither does Magnifica Falora. Here's a copy of his wanted poster. It's plastered all over Tanith. I want you to find out what really happened. If he's dead, we throw a party. Do as you see fit. I'll back whatever decision you make. Someone called the Desert Falcon is looking for Nicholas as well. That's how this came to my attention. I want you to... Last I heard, the Desert Falcon was in Greenshade, some tavern in Marbruk. See what you can learn. If any trails lead to Nicholas, follow them. I'll answer what I can. Someone who doesn't realize Desert Falcon is incredibly pompous. Nicholas made enemies over the years. Maybe it's one of them. But why look for him now and not after the dowry heist? Whoever it is, my hope is they're willing to work with you. I don't know how to answer that. We were friends for so many years. He meant so much to the Guild, to me. And then he betrayed us. He left us to the mercy of the Iron Wheel. The Thieves Guild doesn't murder. And yet, Nicholas was the cause of so much suffering. I shouldn't ask you to do that. In fact, I can't. But if you find him alive and leave him dead, I'll consider him the exception. Someone who doesn't realize does...
I heard those...
You are the last person I expected to see. Did you come to gloat? To tell me my search for Nicholas will end in failure? And how did you learn I was the Desert Falcon? I'm no longer Chief Inspector of anything. After your guild escaped Noshira Citadel, I had no choice but to resign from the Iron Wheel. You don't get that from me. You couldn't follow simple instructions to put down a sparkling trinket. How can I possibly trust you? We thought Abah's landing was full of bandits. The merchant lords pointed us in your guild's direction. When I realized they used us... All right, you win again. Here, this key opens my strongbox. You're welcome. No. But I suspect he's in Grotwood. There's a snitch. Goes by the name Bellulor Chatterbeak. Slippery fellow, local. He might know where Nicholas was heading. I'm not helping you. I'm ending my involvement. I'm done with...
Don't think I've seen you around. Or I could have. I was quite drunk yesterday. Hello again, for the first time. Are you working for that Rhanbiq, Falcon Wings fellow? Heard he wanted the same thing. Also heard he was a guard. He sent you there? I'm a substantial drunk. Go on, ask what you will. First thing, he didn't go by Nicholas. Can't recall his name. Something equally forgettable. But I do remember his high elf companion. A widow she was. My darling Volu, he called her. They were returning to her home. A pleasant little manor outside of Haven, I believe. In Grotwood. I can't remember anything else. The drink, you see. Oh, she'd fallen for him. I could see that. He was some sort of painter? The canvas kind, not tavern placards. He brought some kind of joy to her life. Would have been lovely, but I passed out on it.
I don't often receive visitors in my garden, especially the uninvited. Bandits? Whatever for? And who are you exactly? He struggles enough finding his muse. Distracting him with financial matters will disturb his concentration.
My darling Volu! Is that you in the kitchen? My muse has left me. Perhaps kisses would restore it. I knew my time here wouldn't last. I hoped it would take longer, though. Zeria wanted to make sure I was truly dead. What business? The man you knew as Nicholas truly died in that storm. I am a changed man. A married man. I live quietly in this house, painting things that my wife adores. I retired. Ask. I'll tell you everything you want to know. No more secrets. I wanted more. Alone, Abah's landing is a meager prize. But if I could find a way to bring in Tanith, with a stake in both cities, you control all trade in Hews Bay. But I hadn't. Velsa should have joined me at Maluk's path. After my death, she would lead the others back to Abah's landing. Zeria could scatter the guild before the Iron Wheel's arrival. But then Velsa retired and everything changed. Of course not. But had all gone according to plan, Zeria could have filtered the guild into Tanith. Set up there while the Iron Wheel was chasing them here. And when I was Magnifica Falora's puppet in Abah's landing, Zeria would be mine in Tanith. Very well. We both know my part in what happened to the Thieves Guild. I won't beg for my life, if that's... No! Not like this!
What was that noise? What's going on in here? Bandits? No! How could you do this? My dear husband. Oh,
Well, did Nicholas survive the storm? What happened? Is he... I see. I hate him for what he did. But it still feels like I've lost a family member. That's why I asked you to go. You had no history. You could see him for what he was. You helped restore the Thieves Guild, make it more than it once was. Of course, I trust your judgment. Now all the old business is put to rest. Let's go. We have a guild to run. There are heists to plan and merchant lords to rob. See you in the den.
Ah, my favorite customer.